Hey everyone! Today we're going to continue. This hopefully will be the last part of the Shaman Box Oracle deck review and chapter reading. We're continuing with Walking Your Own Path from part 5. Alright, here we go. Healing others. Shamans do far more than advise sick people how to find a cure. They practice numerous methods of diagnosis and treatment, although the prime responsibility for recovery remains with the affected person. Shamans often use a feather fan to clean the subtle energy field of the patient. They smudge the patient, and then they use the fan, or sometimes an entire dried bird wing, to cleanse the energy of the person, freeing areas of blocked or sluggish energy, and removing excess energy from places that need draining. The feathers become the tools of the intent of the shamans, who feel deep into the patient with their awareness. A rattle can be used in much the same way as a feather. Hold it above the patient and shake the rattle over them, feeling the way the rattle moves and sensing the energy of the patient through it. Rattles are especially good at this, which is why some shamans favor them as diagnostic tools. And there's a whole instruction on how to clear energy fields regarding that. Developing shamanic awareness. Your shamanic awareness is like an inner eye through which you see the world differently. It may resemble a deep sense of knowing, or a profound awareness of the balance or imbalance of a situation. You will find your own shamanic awareness through practice and experience. The best method is to put yourself into sacred situations such as ceremonies and sacred spaces, to perform shamanic rituals, and to reflect upon your own medicine. Another good practice is to go into the wild places of our earth with the intent that you are there for a sacred purpose. These places give you a chance to be quietly by yourself and to interact with the world in an unhurried and uncluttered way. Remember to approach wild places with a physical as well as a sacred respect, and do not put yourself into situations that are beyond your ability. The land can be a great teacher, but it may not be gentle if you take foolish risks. Everything in this world is alive and related to you, so every place you go to gives you the opportunity to perceive the world from a sacred viewpoint. As you walk down a street, try to sense the flow of energy along it. Do the same when you walk in the park. The land is alive even when it is filled with other people. Do not be too serious about it. Just tread lightly and explore the energy perceptions that you normally ignore. Working with animal spirits. A relationship with animal spirits is one of the oldest elements of shamanism. Many shamans have animal spirit helpers that teach, protect, and guide them. The relationship that a shaman develops with an animal spirit helper can be a major influence in the performance of sacred tasks. According to some shamanic traditions, everyone has animal helpers, without which they cannot live. If you are unaware of them, you are simply not in touch with them in a conscious way. Some people's spirit animals are foxes, wolves, or bears. Others have less predatory animals, such as rabbits, deer, or elk. You cannot easily predict which animal will work with you, and you cannot order an animal to do so. Remember that an animal spirit is a separate entity, and the right one will come to you at the right time. Perhaps the most effective way to meet your spirit animal is to find someone who can drum you along a shamanic journey to the lower world. Once there, you can call to an animal, and if it comes to you, you can bring it back to this world, where the shaman will blow it into you. This shamanic blowing in of power generally into the head and the heart is one of the ways shamans transfer their power or spiritual knowledge into people. Even without the benefit of a drum journey, however, you may have a deep sense of an animal always being around you. You may already know what this animal spirit is, or you may need to spend time reflecting upon it. Perhaps an animal keeps appearing unexpectedly in the physical life. Crows may always come and perch near you, for example, or foxes may cross your path in unexpected places. Consider whether that could be your animal spirit helper. Getting acquainted. When you have a good idea what your spirit animal or helper is, you can begin to work with it in your life. You can ask it to be with you in situations that are difficult for you. But one word of caution, the animal will bring its characteristics to the situation. If you work with a badger, for example, and you call the badger to you, be careful not to badger people aggressively and override their points of view. It is essential to examine the background of your animal, from both a zoological and a folkloric perspective. This will give you greater knowledge about the animal, and probably also about yourself. You may be able to obtain the animal's bones, teeth, claw, or fur to make a bundle to keep near you. Or you could place photos or representations of the animal on your altar. Try making a fetish statue of the animal. However crude the art, it is your intent that matters. A horse fetish can be as simple as a wooden stick with horsehair tied to it. If it says horse to you, then it is a horse. You are the sole judge. Talk to your animal, call to it, and have it around you. Be aware of it with your inner vision, and sense when it is there and when it is not. In this way, you will develop a close working relationship with the animal spirit that will benefit your shamanic practice. Being with the land. The land you walk upon is a sacred place. Wherever you live, the land was held sacred by people who passed before you and who made it home to their sacred sites. Be respectful where you walk and leave offerings to the ancestors. One day, in the not-too-distant future, you too will be an ancestor. Some sacred sites are imposing. They are ancient standing stones, mounds, and painted rocks. Others are less apparent, but no less sacred. These are caves, hills, valleys, waterfalls, or woods. Wherever you go, tread with respect for the beauty of the world. Do no damage, and take only what you need from the land, leaving a gift as you do. If you don't have a gift to give, you can always sing. Your voice is very, very powerful. Or speak, or recite a poem. There's little things like that. If you come to an extraordinary sacred place, ask the spirits permission to be there. Do not rush in blindly. Take a moment to touch the earth and say, "Thank you for this beautiful place," and leave an offering as an entrance gift. This can be a tiny thing, such as a hair from your head. Use such places to pray in, but respect others who do not share your ways. You do not need to arrive in a place and perform a showy ceremony to proclaim what a powerful shaman you are. Just do what you do quietly, so that others don't notice. If you have the chance to be alone with a sacred place, you can be more elaborate. You could sing to the spirits, just said that, of the place, or make offering and prayers to each of the 4 directions. Wherever you go, walk with your awareness, ready to perceive the subtle energy of the place you are in. Be quiet and respectful. These sites have been there for eons, and will no doubt remain longer than you can imagine. You're just a small visitor in a living landscape. Hold on a sec, guys. Get a little tea. Alright. Dreaming. Have you ever dreamed a dream so real that you know it is special? Perhaps an animal or a person you knew to be dead came and spoke to you? Perhaps you were shown something that was going to happen. This kind of dream is a medicine dream. Shamans of many cultures actively encourage dreams to occur by means of dreaming bundles and ceremonies. Dreams are also considered potentially dangerous by some cultures. They believe it is important to act out the dreams in this world in a controlled way, to prevent them from taking control of the dreamer. Other cultures regard the dream as the real world, and this world as the dream world. So for them, dreams are crucial. We all dream. Dreaming is a way to knowledge that works better for some people than others. If it is your way, explore it and learn all it has to show you. But if it does not appeal to you, find other ways to seek wisdom. Help to summon dreams with a dreaming bundle, which acts as a container for your dreaming intent. Make the bundle from a red cloth bag and place it on your personal altar when you wish to dream. The bag should contain the following items. An object such as a feather that represents an owl, a bird of the night associated with dreaming. An object that represents a bear whose hibernating habit helped to earn it the title of Keeper of Dream. a turquoise gemstone associated with the sky and dreaming, some sage for protection, a small quartz crystal to focus intent and to amplify it. Following a shamanic path. If you are intrigued by what you read here and wish to develop your shamanic skills, there are teachers who can show you ways to connect with the spirits. Always be open to learning from different teachers. No one shaman has all the answers. You may find that one teacher has a good knowledge of ceremony, while another has special healing skills. There is no reason why you cannot learn from both. It is not advisable to pick and mix different paths. However, a good grounding in one tradition will give you a secure platform from which to develop your shamanic understandings. There are many shamanic paths open to you, with workshops and books about Native American, Celtic, and Mongolian shamanism, and a host of others. Explore your chosen path as you wish. Each has much to teach, but keep your own shamanic practice simple. You do not need to attend one powerful ceremony after another trying to experience the real thing. Many shamans are quiet people who do just what they do without any commotion. Learn about ceremony, and if it appeals to you, you can gain the knowledge to hold ceremonies yourself. The best teachings will come if you are humble and ask the spirits to help you learn. Develop your awareness. Shamanism is a grounded spirituality that is in essence about prayer and gratitude for the gift of life. As you go on your path, you'll make mistakes. We all do. There will be times when you think you know so much and discover that you know so very little. That's an understatement. The spirits will go with you as you learn, and if you respect them and are open to the simple things they teach you, you will gain knowledge from them. You will learn to walk gratefully on the earth, respecting yourself as a sacred being and all other beings as sacred on the same sacred hoop. You'll know when you are right without having the need to prove it, and step lightly on the knowledge of others. You will know how to prepare and conduct a ceremony to help a sick friend or to give direction to those who are lost. And when you are doing these things, your face will be turned toward being a human being, and the spirits will be with you. Alright, now let's talk about the Shaman Oracle cards a little bit. And I do have a lot of suggestions over the next few pages, but I'm just going to read the little beginning part of it for you guys. The 36 Oracle cards included with this book will help you channel the different spirit guides that indigenous peoples around the world have used for thousands of years to enter into meditative states. Shamans would also listen to what was being said to them by the spirit, whether a direct message or by intuitively reading the signs revealed to them in the landscape. The cards are your spirit guides, and each oracle includes keywords to help you connect to the deeper meanings behind each animal. Working with the cards will bring you insight into your own deeper self and enhance your own intuitive abilities. They will set you off on your own healing journey, not only for psychic protection, psychological growth, and good fortune, but also spiritual awareness, personal empowerment, and to understand your true needs and desires. Just like tarot cards, oracle cards reveal something to you that you already know, but perhaps need clarification or confirmation of that knowledge. The cards will guide you to see that the answers are actually within you, or to realize what needs to be addressed. All you need is an animal's guidance to move forward and know that you are protected by their spirit. These specific animals embody symbolic messages to you and find a sense of authenticity, purpose, and magic in your life. There you go, guys. The Shaman Box Oracle in 6 parts. Have a good one.